One of the other concepts I'm going to introduce to you real quick is what's known as a while loop. So loops are our ability to, in a program, repeat a certain section of code if we want to run it over multiple times. So let's say, for example, we wanted to add up 100 numbers or have a code run something 100 times. It is easier for us to put it within a loop and have it run the same piece of code 100 times as opposed to writing that particular piece of code 100 separate times. So I'm going to show you real quick just the basics behind a loop here. A while loop simply uses the word while and then in parentheses puts the condition. So I will show you that here in a second. And then we'll put a brace after the while, and then the other brace will determine the end of the while statement. So here's a quick example. We're going to make it where a number just keeps running until the code equals that number. So we'll declare integer number equals 0. And then we're just going to have while number is, let's do not equal to, so that's not equal to, which we'll cover in a little bit later. Well, number is not equal to 10. So this will run while the number is not equal to 10. And then we're going to simply say end while loop. And I'm just going to show you system.out.println the numbers value is, and then show you the number. So what this is going to do is this is going to print until number equals 10. So this will continue to run while number does not equal 10. So here's our example. Whoa. Now, notice that it did not increase the value of the number. So this is going to run eternally. And when I mean eternally, I mean eternally. I could leave this thing running for a month, and you would still see that the number's value is 0. So what I forgot to do was increase the number's value to stop the loop. And I guarantee at some point in your career, you will make that mistake. This is the shorthand way to increase a number by 1. So it will increase each time it runs through the loop the value of the number, keeping the new value as it goes up. Now this looks a little bit better. The number's value is 0. The first time it runs through is equal to 0. This right here increases it to 1. When it reaches this brace, it bounces back up here, reprints. Now the value is 1. Increases, bounce, repeats all the way till it equals 10. So take a look at the 9th run here. The value is equal to 9. It printed it there, increased the value to 10, and then went back up and said, uh-oh, number is now equal to 10, broke the loop, continued on. If I move number up, let's say I move it above the print line, what do you think will happen then? Let's take a look. This now increased the number before it ever printed the value of the number. So now instead of 0 through 9, we do see 1 through 10. So it does increase the number to 10, print it, and then goes back up and says the number is now equal to 10, we have to break the loop. So where you increase or decrease your numbers does make a difference as to how the code correctly input or outputs information, or where the loop cycle breaks. So you do want to keep that in mind when working with the while loop. I'll show you another example. We'll do less than 10. While number is less than 10, it will keep running. Now, because the number is above, it does do the increase. This is less than or equal to 10. So keep the increase going, and then it does raise the value one more time within it. So it will print out the 11 before the loop breaks, because once it goes back up, now it is checking to see if the loop is broken or not. If I move it below again, you will see that it only goes up to 10, as it should. So most of the time when we do these loop controllers, we're putting the increase at the very end, so it controls it that way. If we do greater than or equal to, what do you think will happen? Remember, number starting at 0. If you guess nothing, you are correct, because the number never started, so the loop never met the criteria, so it never could begin. So you have to make sure that your loop meets the criteria. That's the basic behind while loops. There are while loops, and then we'll meet its cousin, the do while loop, a little later on.